Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of ranks, we're in a 5v5 here. This is gonna be Sunsparks on the blue side going up against Smart Omega here on the red side. Both teams heading in right now. We could expect a lot of blood, a lot of team fights coming in, especially with the wombos, the dives that everyone is planning to throw out. It's gonna be interesting to see what JLC and Impressive are gonna be able to do in this early game.
Should really be expecting a lot of things, but very interesting approach here. Members of Sunsparks rolls with the sweeping on their support on the Alistar. That comes to no surprise. But for Omega, they had Impressive actually join the party here. Stronger will be face checking. It will be all in onto
Oh,
Impressive. Stronger got separated.
Oh, yeah, they might actually get caught out here. Fortuna's gonna be forced back. Here comes time lapse in. They're doing it. The double up is gonna be really strong. Stronger's gonna be forced back, but they might actually push in to go for that invade. Probably not. Arise is gonna be backing off already. Impressive is really, really low. So it was a smart way to just disengage there, avoid that fight, and just continue on.
Yes, and obviously very minimal on the gold change for that engagement. If there's one thing, but this is a very small window. Ignite got burned onto the Alistar. And even to JLC onto the top lane side, but that is because he did went for Chami to win and the lane. But yeah, one spell is short onto the side of Fortuna. So very lowered kill potential against the Misfortune here. And the best part is that because of no ignite, all you need to do is just watch out for the combo of Fortuna, and you can still farm from a distance because of your double up, not to mention make it rain.
Yep, that is really true. That kind of farming potential is going to help out Misfortune a lot, especially going into the first dragon. So far, so good for Arise here in the mid lane as well. He's having a hard time against 5722, but meanwhile, topside, there might be some action here. They're already using the parry. Tam is going to be going after Fiora. That is a flash already committed. No flash, no ignite. Olaf is gonna be chased down though. That is impressive coming in with the very impressive first blood. Good play coming in from Smart Omega.
I'll be honest, the only reason why I actually put Graves on the S plus tier for the jungle is mainly because of impressive. But that is during the Asia Brawl tournament. And I was
Yeah.
observing during the Asia Brawl tournament, they're rolling with an all-round pick and bans. And that's why Graves has been a very, very nice pickup compared to the Lee Sin, compared to the Vios becoming really popular right now. And again, I just want to say, impressive signature pick is not just the Lee Sin, but also this Graves. So remember that if it's impressive, a pick on the Graves is always an option for him.
Yeah, that's really true. And considering that impressive on this Graves is a signature hero already, they could actually pull it off in the next draft or the draft after that. But hold that thought though, Chami might be dove upon again, blinded. There's a barrier gonna be popped. Chami's gonna be getting out of that, but he's gonna be using up some of his summoners and he's gonna be forced back. That could potentially be a big shove. Wave is gonna be taken out. That only means that, lost farm for Chami on that Olaf.
They're bullying the Olaf.
For sure.
Hard in his own lane. If you compare actually the gold here by GLC, 2.8, Olaf is sits at 2.1. And now they continue to make the ticker by the push here on the top lane side. They got platings 3.2k, 3.3k onto the Fiora. They got 2.1 on the Olaf. And here's the thing, that will be a gold lead set up for and ready for what big objective to snowball. Infernal Drake. Look at the Infernal Drake ready. 30 seconds into the Infernal Drake, JLC will be joining this party right here. Remember that the Lulu still has his Wild Growth own. There's just a lot of kill capacity for the side of Omega. Good thing Fortuna, I think, will reach level 5 by when the Dragon Fight breaks out.
Yep. 15 seconds. 13, 12. We're nearing the point where this Infernal Drake is going to be the next team fight. But meanwhile, bot side looks like they catch out the Misfortune. But here comes the rest of Smart Omega. Diving on top. Alistar might get caught out. That is the ulti and pop. They're going for more. But Fiora might actually just dive on the tower. Nope, that is the curtains call being committed. He is going to be forced back. But that is going to open up this Infernal Drake for the side of Smart Omega. They could try to go for the contest because J4 is still up. Olaf is going to be joining the fight here. This might not be the end of the fight just yet, but this contest coming in, the axe will be thrown slowly but surely. They are building up. They're going to be going in. Pokes coming up from JLC, but here comes the knockup. Possibly no bullet time. It's going to be there. That is Smart Omega securing it. Graves with the buster shot going in for more. Ari's just going ham with a triple kill. Make that one more. That's a quadra. Ari with the rampage, and that is 6-0 for
Yeah.
Smart Omega.
Crazy,
Wow.
Isaac. Crazy shotcast, crazy play-by-play, and crazy decision by Sunsparks to ignore Impressive. Impressive was
Oh my God.
allowed to get the free range, allowed to get the free hit. Of course, actually the one that gets zoned out is time lapse, but still everyone was within the range, the distance of that bullet time. Whereas Impressive is just dueling and putting all those bullets with the new destiny into the face of Team Sunsparks. But without doubt, Chami was very close actually in getting into the Dragon Pit. But Chami is not the one that has the smite. It was of course of Fate, and that's why easily take as well done here by Impressive on securing that Infernal Drake. And the problem here, this is an Infernal Drake.
Exactly.
Wait,
And
wait,
this is the problem with the Graves pick. It's gonna be really hard for you to lock him down. At the same time, get stankier is gonna hurt a lot. That Drake is gonna be a big deal, especially with the damage buff on this Graves. Going into the 15-second mark though, we're reaching the point where the Herald is gonna be popped. So far, so good in terms of wards. No one's gonna be in position just yet, but looks like Sunspark's already making their move.
Yeah. 3 minutes into the Herald timer. Sunspark's already in the position. Things are blooming in and boiling. Here in the Spit JLC.
Oh. Yeah, looks like they're gonna find. There goes the knockup. That's the shockwave. Big minute, it's not gonna connect. That's the miss. Fate is gonna get destroyed there by that bullet time. The Curtain Ball still doing a lot of work, but here comes the rest diving on top of the Impressive. Second's gonna try to run, but that's the time connecting onto the Oriana. That is gonna be 3 men down. Jin running for the high hills. A tower is gonna fall, and that's opening up Herald for the side of Smart Omega. 9-0, a huge lead in terms of gold, and the Infernal Drake to boot. This Herald is going to do even more damage to Sunspark moving forward. Wow.
It's crazy, man. I mean, Fortuna misses his pulverize.
I saw that.
I'm not so sure. JLC was on a very, very dangerous spot by doing that face check onto the pixel brush. But of course, the death brush is not on the pixel brush, but rather on the banana brush down at the mid. But still, JLC is clearly within the headbutt pulverize combo of Fortuna. What happened was there's no combo, only pulverize, no headbutt. And with that, a major setup or crowd control is already gone for the side here of Team Sunsparks. Omega here, they know now the advantage of their composition. They know that if it's crowd control, they lose. But if it's time to dueling, they can.
Yep.
Look at that.
And speaking of duels right now, they're already diving on top of that Olaf. They're gonna cash it out easy. Impressive yet again, causing problems for the side of Sunsparks. Chami's down yet again. That is 0-4 on that Olaf. A tower's gonna be gone. Herald is already pushing into the second tower. That's 4 members of Smart Omega here, even stealing that red buff. If they continue this, it's going to be completely fine because they have a Herald on their side. And with a gold lead this big, I do not think Sunspark can actually contest this.
Indeed, just a very strong domination game here coming in from Omega. No turrets is destroyed. Isaac, we are a few seconds, 20 to be exact, for the next Clown Drake. It will just allow Omega to transition between these shorter lanes that is happening against Sunsparks. It will allow Omega to easily pull up this 1-0 for config. And of course, looking into the items as well, you should check out JLC. JLC already on his way in building that Jaurim space. Or probably Sterax.
That's
But the
gonna be
Trinity
big.
Force completed.
Absolutely. If he has the Sterax Cage, it's going to do a lot even more because it's going to allow this Fiora to stay in the fights. Smart Omega are already starting out this Drake. They're going to be able to get that easy, clean, no contest whatsoever. This is because of the domination game that you were talking about, Shinbu. They continue this kind of pressure. It's going to be hard for Sunspark to come back.
It's gonna be hard indeed. By the way, I just want to mention that those who lost the semifinals still has a match tomorrow. So Liab still has a match for the battle for third. And they will be facing whoever loses this one. And again, just want to remind you that NXP is already at the finals of this Frontier Contenders tournament. Now, 110, will we be seeing another round? Round 3 series for NXP versus Omega. Oh my god. Let's see, top lane side.
Yeah, there might be another round, but for now, we're gonna look at Chami just get absolutely destroyed here, top side. Fate and Fortuna could not do a thing. This is the control. This is the domination. This is all the impressive show being joined in by Arise right now. 20 seconds until the Baron spawn. But right now, Sunsparks do not seem to show any life right now. Probably going to be contesting that, but here comes the knockup from Fortuna. They could actually go for it, but they decide not to, especially with the Baron spawning in just a moment, Shinbu.
Yep, into the top lane side, a few seconds before the Baron pops out. Impressive, along with Stronger. They're just securing the vision or probably sight of where the Sunspark squad might be. But again, this is just a team moving and rolling because of the established lead that they have. They're now sitting on a whooping 14,000 gold lead. And they can even have a free pass on starting this Baron. But I think they want to fight more. I think it's the safer route.
Yep.
Look at impressive.
Oh my god. Face check like it's nothing. There's a ward there, so it's technically not a face check. Kind of, maybe, probably, but no. However, Orianna...
Actually, Isaac, impressive fake turn onto the mid. What he did is he was acting as if he was rotating towards the mid. Nagpapanggap siya na papuntang mid, then he quick draw towards the brush where the Jhin was hiding. So, had it been that the Jhin was less slower to react, he would have been bursted in the face by the end of the line, plus of course collateral damage and auto attack combo of Impressive. Really impressive play by Impressive.
For sure. That's a really good thing to point out, Shinbu. Another thing to point out though is that because of that play, they weren't able to get the Jhin. So, Impressive was actually pretty low to even try to go for that Baron. They know that Sunspark could potentially contest that. Being low, they didn't want to risk it. It's going to be a reset for Impressive right there. And that is going to buy a little more time for Sunspark for now.
Okay, they're cornering Sunsparks here, down at the bottom lane. 3 members already here locked for the side of Sunsparks. They got Fate and also Sets onto the top lane side. Remember, the thing here about Omega, there's one obvious weakness for their composition, and that is what? Set up.
Yes.
They have very little capacity on setting up in going for dives. What they can take is actually prolonged team fights, right? No big no big crowd controls, no big ultimates, honestly. So, if they receive the full force of the Alistar, Jarvan here at the bot, it would be bad for Omega.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna try to steal it. It's a little too late though. That's already Impressive taking it out. Fate's gonna be dropping really low here. But the rest of Smart Omega are ready to fight. They're taking 2 down. Make that 3. Make that 4 with a charm. That's a double kill for JLC like it's absolutely nothing. Sammy wasn't even in that fight. The Ragnarok and the Flash back into that base. That's a sign of surrender. That's a sign of pure domination coming in from Omega as they head in and take game number 1. Bam. Wow. Oh my god.
What's your mode in casting? English or Taglish?
I do both, technically.
Yeah, but for the most part.
For the most part, English is my forte. It's fun. But for the pangmasa, you know what I mean? I've done it with U level so many times.